Is he moving?
He's not moving.
I'm gonna walk up next to him with my gun also drawn, but not forward. And
Put that shit away, Declan.
Jesus Christ! What the hell just came after you?
I don't
I'm not putting
fucking
this
know
away.
what that was.
Terry, I will
What the
not
fuck's
shoot
going
you.
on, Doc?
What
I
have you
will
done?
I shot him in
You
the
shot
fucking
the
head.
patient!
I'll warn everybody that tower is really shaky.
Yeah.
Declan has another bit of a memory flash.
The fuck is growing out of his head?
She's seen
Survived. I know.
this sort of flash of anger and Nick coming across the room at Terry. You remember someone like that. Maybe it was Nick. Someone like that has approached you before. This is very familiar.
You gotta figure this shit out. This is getting out of hand. You're the cop, goddammit.
Matlock, we got shots fired.
So you're like, Matlock. At that point,
He's got a radio.
I know.
Okay.
A cop walks through the bar door, and his radio is like chirping.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Is there a Mr. Squashburger?"
It's Squog Ford. If
Squadford. Yeah, that's it. You gotta come with me, buddy.
Oh,
This looks like a kid, right? He's got his RCMP uniform, just pristine.
Nice.
I'm not talking about the red Mountie outfit, just like the total cop uniform. It looks like he's fresh out of.
So he's asking me to come with him.
Yes.
So
Yeah, like right.
So I like to try and make a run for it, then trip over a bar stool, and then submit.
So you're gonna try to run?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna trip, and then I'm
Okay, so you run, and he like runs after you, grabs you. All the guys in the bar are like, "Damn, look at that!" And as he's on your back, he's putting your hands behind your back. I got a bit of a problem here, Terry.
I didn't do anything. What do you want from me?
Yeah, so do I. I just shot this fucking guy in the head.
At that point, everyone in the bar goes quiet,
This town is so weird.
and he starts putting cuffs on you. And he's like, "I'll be right there. I've got Squadburger."
You just bring him in the car.
Okay.
I want to go home. Screw this story.
So he picks you up.
I can't even write.
He says to one of them, give me his stuff, and they pass him. They sort of just, and off you go, and you get put in the back of sort of like an old Bronco that's seen far better days. The back seat smells like puke,
Alright.
and he closes the door behind, and he's muttering something about fucking Terry always breaking my balls, calling me Matlock, and the old fucker, I'll be happy when he's gone. He jumps in the front of the car and he says, "You better not be any trouble to me, you understand?"
You're the one that arrested me. I just want to go.
At that point, he drives off, like in a rush, like and off he goes. So Matlock's on the way. What does everyone back at the clinic do?
I'm watching that fucking body.
I don't read my journals,
I
please.
peek out from around the corner.
What did you see on this guy? His face is splitting open. He's got fangs. He's got a fucking horn on his head.
Well, the past 2 days that I've been looking at him, he's been fine. I mean, well, not fine, but like he's been normal to the point that he's just hasn't been moving or trying to kill anyone. I have no idea why he decided to lunge out of nowhere.
Declan, you see the horn they're talking about? They're calling it a horn. They're wrong. You're a hunter. You know it's an antler.
You
It's
guys
a young
are
antler.
idiots. It's not a horn, it's a damn antler.
Alright, it's a fucking antler.
If you're gonna investigate, don't you want the actual facts?
I want the facts for fucking sure. Look at this. This isn't facts. This isn't normal.
Nothing's normal up here.
Well,
I could
Doctor, you said you saw something like this before.
Yes,
Something about the
a
Andes.
very long time ago.
Well, speak up. Now's the time to share.
I'm not sure if it is. I want you out of my room. Nurse! Clean up the body, put it on the table for the autopsy. Get it ready, I want this room clean. Collect blood samples.
okay.
Okay, so you're gonna move the body up on.
I'm gonna pull out some zip ties and zip tie it up first. The hands and the feet.
Okay,
You cannot disturb the
Shut
body
your
before...
mouth.
you can see that
You just saved your ass, okay?
You hunter.
under its nail the nail that came off as you're zip tying the hands shut, there's some kind of other sort of a brownie color. It's definitely like a fingernail underneath, but it's not a fingernail.
Declan, what's this? Hunter?
And you can actually you
An
can
antler,
see
what
the
the fuck
you can
is
see
this?
you can see the teeth on the side now. They're not human, but they're not like fangs. They're like off of a deer or a bison or something like.
Molars?
They're like molars, but they're not human. They're not shaped human.
I don't know what to tell you. I can tell you the individual sum of the parts, but I can't tell you what the hell this thing is. I know it
Fucked
was
up,
Nick.
That's what it is.
So you get him zip tied up, and he's put onto a gurney or something, so that the doctor can do an autopsy.
Something not right in this town.
No. Something is not right in this town.
Where's my brother's stuff? I want to see it.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay. Come with me. It's just inside this closet over
So I'm going to say that the doctor gets the autopsy started in the room. You get Jim's personal belongings as Matt arrives with a cuffed journalist.
Let me go. Fuck.
He goes, hey, there's something's up. He tried to run, and he sits him down in a chair in the clinic and tells you not to move. Then he sort of, what's going on in there? What's the doctor doing?
Well, the kid who was brought in the other day turned into a fucking deer man and was attacking everybody.
So he turned into a deer
Sound
man
ridiculous.
or a deer man?
Yes. I tased him for like a minute and he didn't stop moving.
Okay.
So I put one in his head.
So the doctor begins his autopsy, and Declan starts to think about that confrontation that sort of seemed familiar, and you're starting to remember that happened. That there was some kind of a confrontation that happened at the hunting camp, and that there were other sick people there.
I think we really need to take a look at their stuff. There's something not right about the last week.
Jake, get the stuff.
So Jake's got the stuff over.
Okay, so I put it on the desk or whatever is there and I open it up.
Okay.
Do I
Something's
find
missing.
anything? What's missing?
Something of my brother's.
Which is?
A hunting knife. It was a family knife, actually. It's been passed down. Nobody knows the value of that knife but us.
And what is the value of that knife?
Oh, nothing really in terms of actual money. It's just a family knife. It's got old runic symbols carved into it and stuff. It's just always took it with us on hunts. Good luck, so to speak. I don't know Nick, so I don't know if there's anything of his missing. That knife
Did
should
we
be
get
there.
Nick's stuff
Yeah,
as
you look
well?
through Nick's stuff.
Yeah, next to all stuff.
There's nothing out of place. I mean, he's got his hunting gear there. There's a gun. There's a shotgun. There's a.
I obviously confiscate the weapons.
Okay.
Shouldn't be left to people to play with.
My pistol's in my back freaking waistband. You're not taking that.
It's a backwater.
This is in Canada.
It's a backwater place. Everyone has rifles and stuff.
So you begin your autopsy. There's been some significant changes to his body. He is, sure enough, he is essentially beginning to cannibalize himself, or was in the, not just beginning, in significant stages. There was in fact an antler growing out of his head. It was anchored to the skull, and for all intents and purposes it looked like it should belong there. His jaw had begun to change, as had his entire mouth structure into elongate, and half of his mouth, the deer or elk-like teeth were growing in. His teeth you actually find in his stomach.
Nurse, come here, quick.
Okay.
So he leaves you guys and goes inside.
Do you have the camera? I want pictures of all this. There is significant mutation
I
going
think we
on.
need to go back to
I have
hunting
not
cabin.
seen this since my times in
The runes
Africa.
on the knife, do
We
they
were
mean
working on
anything? Do you
Ebola.
know anything about them?
Not
This
anything
mutation
that I'm aware
is
of.
not good.
Just
I want
old
full
stories
pictures,
from
everything.
Grandparents,
Um,
great grandparents.
I
just
think
family.
I got an old camera lying around somewhere, but
Nurse, quiet, come closer. You are a good boy. You do good work.
oh well, thank you.
Where are the Percocets?
Pardon. I think they're in that cabinet.
Good. Now go get your camera.
So what stories did your
Tasty
parents
shit.
share?
So you self-medicate. You get a camera.
It's an old wind-up on there.
Just
You gotta whine.
old local native stories.
And what were they?
Yeah, just the same local stuff that you hear everywhere. Like we're on a turtle, and different things come about, and different creatures that exist in the world, and these are supposed to protect you when you're out hunting.
What creatures does this protect you from?
Creatures. Gee, what do you want me to tell you, Mr. Cross? Like, these are people that grew up way back when, so they had to come up with great things. Bigfoot. It protects you from fucking Bigfoot.
It's better than nothing.
Jesus.
Matlock's like, that's no lie.
I write it down.
No.
Why not?
Your arms.
What are we gonna do with him?
Hello again.
Sir, what's your name?
Squawkford.
Squawkford. Squawkford from, what's it say on the report? Where's he from?
Yellowknife.
Yellowknife? Yeah, were you fishing up here in the past few years ever?
Was that? No.
You've never been here.
I've never been here before.
We have a missing persons report for you, Mr. Squidward.
Sly remarks to my name. You know, the name wasn't by choice.
Why is there a missing persons report for you?
I don't know. My one of my uncles or something went missing a while back. My parents were talking about, but he never came back from this dipshit town.
And so you decided you'd come up here, being the investigative journalist you are, and I'll
Absolutely.
open up his book and read some of the lines he wrote,
Okay.
and I'll just close it and throw
Would
it
there
on the
be any
desk.
notes as why you're really coming?
Not that I've actually,
Okay, fair enough.
decided. I go where the stories are.
There's probably some notes about missing people.
Yeah.
I'm all about where the stories are. I'm all about getting that scoop.
Doctor may be a Nazi. might be right there. I'll close it and throw it on the desk.
Okay.
So why are you here?
I'm here to investigate the missing people's reports.
So what do you know?
Somebody else doing your job there for you.
That this city or that this village has a substantially high amount of missing people.
That's it?
Yes.
Well, that's not much to go off of. Jesus
Nope.
Christ.
Mm-hmm. Is this a personal thing for you, or is this for your place of business?
I go where the scoops are. They
And
send
where
me
do you work?
Yellowknife, Daily Bugle.
The Buggle.
I can't say Bugle.
The boys over at the bar scene works for New York.
I lied to them.
Yeah. So how do I know you're not lying to me? Hey Matlock, why don't you take him and give him a place to sleep for the night?
Here's my ID.
And hold on to this for us.
It just says Squawkford on it. No first name, no last name.
Okay.
Give him a place to sleep for the night. Nice warm bed. Keep him nice and safe.
All right.
Slept in that bed before. It's not that warm.
So,
And give him a blanket.
A look of disdain.
Oh.
do you protest at all?
Oh, a look of anguish when she said it was cold, but no, I don't protest.
Do you want me to touch this blood? Easy seems like he's high as a kite.
Can I get these cuffs off me now?
Yeah.
I got so much to write.
So you say yes. So Matt.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I gave Matlock his orders.
Also, can I have my book back?
I hand that to Matlock. Yeah.
Matt takes the cuffs off you, gives you your stuff back.
Yay! It's my main book. I almost forgot what my pencil was.
He comes over, leans over to you, and like, I haven't really done anything illegal. What am I looking for?
Who gives a shit? Make something up.
That's infringement.
Yeah. Go
Terry.
tell the judge.
Terry, you know I don't.
He's 10,000 miles that way, idiot.
I'll write
Terry,
this
you
down.
know I don't like to do that kind of thing. We gotta run things by the. Never mind. Come this way, sir.
It's a good idea.
I do not persist.
So, walks him out. So the autopsy takes a few hours. Does everyone wait?
No, fuck no. I'm on the bar.
Okay.
Dave's.
Okay.
I go to bed.
He says you can't sleep though.
That was when he had to watch for symptoms. He's
Yeah.
dead now.
Dead now.
True, yeah.
So you go and crash. I'm gonna say you have a little place attached to the clinic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll take her to Dave's.
All right.
That's nice of you since you drove.
What's
by.
the
Yeah,
What's the
exactly.
doctor do? The doctor's
Make sure you're
high.
safe.
Not high enough to.
He's
Well, I guess
just
that's
he's
up to
taking
you.
the edge off.
That's right.
So he
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 stubs
didn't
his
pop him, he chewed them too.
He stubs his toe. He doesn't even realize it till tomorrow.
Yeah.
after the doctor performs the autopsy in silence, and after it's finished, quietly walks to the bar and sits in the back to sip some cognac by himself.
Okay. Everybody else is over at the bar.
On the way to the bar, I'm gonna be like, the hunting cabin.
Yeah, what about it?
How far is it from here?
Very
Okay.
good.
Takes about. It's across the river and takes about 24 hours to walk out to it.
You said there were other sick people there?
I didn't say that.
Didn't she say that?
She's had a flashback, but she hasn't revealed it.
Alright.
I said we should go there.
I
I just think something's up. Listen,
Then let's check it out.
I don't like you. I respect what you do. I don't like you.
I don't
but
like you either.
I want to figure out what happened to my brother.
So let's figure it out. Maybe it'll pass the time so this fucking month gets over a little quicker.
You're done in a goddamn month? Oh, celebrating's coming. Matlock's an idiot.
So as you guys
Christ.
go into the bar, and
I laugh when she says that
the
about
doctor
Matlock.
the doctor joins you. You're thinking if there's sick people out there at the hunting cabin, you might want to have the doctor with you, the nurse with you.
Do I know that though? She hasn't.
I'll suggest we bring the doctor.
Why is that?
What if there's more? Do you know how to handle a deer,
Yeah, I should have pointed.
man?
You're right. I should have pointed that at Declan.
Apparently.
You're gonna get lucky every time. You got a month left, old man. And I'm not gonna be there to save your ass every time.
I'll laugh at that. Bring the doctor.
No,
Fine.
Is the doctor gonna demand the nurse? Like,
We'll find out.
there's something fucked up there.
Yeah, circle jerk.
Well,
So as Declan goes into the bar,
start deck on the patron.
she can smell the beer and the food and whatnot, and it's maybe about 11 o'clock at night.
Can't wait till you. An assassination attempt? Perhaps. Now I'm nervous to go now because it's so fucked up.
We're probably we are committed now to that one if we don't. You're welcome to fail the poll.
I don't want to feel the pull. I want to fix the tower. What if, like, my other finger braces on the side? No?
No.
That one's stuck.
You picked the hardest one.
Yeah.
Now, if people hadn't made it so that this entire top section was basically...
So something.
One hand.
Declan pauses for a moment. I see sort of enters the bar and is hit by the bar smells and.
Fuck it, I want a hamburger. I'm fucking hungry. This whole day has been a shit show. I'm hungry.
Everything all right?
No, I'm hungry. I just want to eat something. I want a cheeseburger. I'm hungry. Dear people, God, just give me a hamburger. Mr. Cross, can you get me a damn hamburger? Or is it going to be
Who's
like
the owner of the bar?
whole goddamn thing?
Dave.
Yeah.
Just want a damn burger, okay?
What's your last name?
Lost my brother. I don't know. O'Connor. That sounds cool.
Miss O'Connor would like a cheeseburger.
Just and fries.
She's a little hangry.
Poutine. I want poutine. Real
And some-
poutine.
And some poutine.
So he's like, yeah. It hollers in the back, calls out the order. Everybody's gotten their drinks. Your food arrives. Now, because you did not pull,
Yep.
everyone notices in the bar that like Declan doesn't like just like, oh, my hamburger. He like voraciously begins to eat. Cannot put enough in her mouth.
It's
at
your
once.
first meal since you've been back?
Like
The
anime
fuck is wrong
ramen
with
kid.
that one?
Just
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Drugs.
Root eating noodles. But it's poutine.
Is this
And
your first meal since you've been back?
I can't remember. Fucking feels like it. It's delicious though. Do you want a bite?
Good.
No, you can't have any anyway.
So she very quickly finishes. The amount of food on her plate was. There was a lot there. It was not just like a burger with a little side of poutine. There's a lot. Like it came as its own order. She goes through it all very quickly.
I feel better now. A little
Good.
bit. Go to Sunday.
So, what do? We have a couple drinks. Jake's in bed. Our reporter's in the brig.
I got arrested for reporting.
In the morning.
For the world.
Let's head out to the hunting cabin and we'll check it out.
Yeah, it's not bad. We should probably talk to the doctor since he's here and see if he's willing to come up to the hunting cabin with us.
Yeah, I'll go over and sit at the. I'll go over to the doctor and be like, "This chair taken," and then I'll sit down before he can answer.
I see you just make yourself comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm also going to come and join the party with a beer.
Okay.
The doctor's not going to like that.
Tomorrow, we need you to come with us. We're gonna check out the hunting cabin where these individuals were. Apparently, there's other sick people there. You were saying.
There were other people in the party. I don't know what happened. I can't remember.
How many people are in the party?
How many people were in the party?
Well, there was 3 in your party,
Yeah.
but in your sort of recollection, there was another hunting party sharing. There was maybe another 3
3 or 4.
three guys.
Do you remember any of the people? Like, do you know them?
Would I have known them? No. So just another party. at
Not.
the-
I'll say you don't know them personally. They're from the area,
Okay.
but you didn't know. You don't hang out with any of them.
I've seen them around. Probably seen them in Dave's a couple of times. But no, I know I think there's about. I mean, God, Terry, this is hard. Like, I can't remember anything, but I think 3. Doc, I think there was 3. I think there was 3 other people out there potentially.
You must come heavily armed.
What aren't you telling us, Doc?
You get up. Hey, Terry.
Holy fuck.
It's your buddy.
Yeah.
Terry, I don't think this is the right guy we got locked up here. I've been looking at this file. The missing persons reports for someone like 20 years older than him.
That would have been great information to have earlier.
Sorry.
Yeah, let him out.
Okay, Terry.
And take him somewhere to stay for the night.
Could you check and see if Dave's got any of those rooms upstairs available?
Pick up the phone and call Dave. I'm busy.
Okay. Sorry, Terry.
Fucking initiative. No kid nowadays has fucking initiative.
Matt's like, sorry, Mr.
Squadford.
Yes.
Yes.
It appears the man we're looking for is significantly older than you.
I've been lied to by my own parents.
He then unlocks the door. He's like, you wouldn't be related to this gentleman. That's been
How other many people do you know have that same fucking name?
good point. Good point. So, is this an uncle or something?
I have no idea.
How many people have this name?
My family line, and that's about it. Probably in the existence of the world.
What? He seems confused. And he's like, I don't pay enough for this shit. Dave's, the bar. Yeah. I'm sure Dave has a room he can put you up in. Have a good day, sir. Sorry for the miscommunication and confusion.
Wait, was I in jail?
You were in like a cell.
No, that was my character talking.
Oh, okay. He's like, no, just a holding facility. No jail. No jail. No jail, sir. So you make your way over to Dave's.
Okay, I must have been going. To Dave's.
To Dave's. So you're talking with the doctor.
My dad, apparently.
Doc, it's easy to see you know something. We'll make sure we bring some guns. But you gotta tell us more than this.
This is not the time or the place. We will talk en route tomorrow. This not a good night.
Alright, 5 a.m. tomorrow. We'll meet up.
Ach in Himmel! 5 a.m.
You heard me.
Doc, we gotta get going early if we're gonna make it in sunlight.
You Bushmen Canadians drive me nuts. Fine, 5 a.m.
I'll get up and say something about I bet he fed his wife some poison before he came here and walk out.
So you arrive at Dave's. These guys have left. Dave tells you he's got a room upstairs for you if you'd like. He says, so you're a reporter, right?
Yes, sir.
Is there any kind of money for a tip? Or like if I give you a lead?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Absolutely.
I overheard Terry, who's sort of one of the cops around here. They're headed up into the bush tomorrow. Might have to do with all the missing people.
What time? So I'm still way in the back.
Oh, 5 a.m. Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you very much, Dave.
So, what would we like to do in the meantime to prep before 5 a.m. arrives?
Another shot of water.
Shot of water.
Shot of
You
water.
take water. Jake sleeps through the night because he hasn't slept in some time. What's the rest of you doing?
I'm at my cabin getting all my stuff together, so cleaning my guns, making sure all my clips are loaded, packing my duffel bag.
All right. That night for Declan is particularly rough. She keeps getting hungry. There's not a whole lot in the fridge. You and your brother sort of live day to day. So by morning, you've eaten the fridge pretty clean. Maybe drank a bunch of expired milk and food that was questionable, but you just can't seem to get rid of that ache in your gut.
You. Yeah, okay. Trying to think. I start looking around the house in like the early morning and stuff, just hungry, trying to find anything that smells slightly appetizing to
Okay.
eat.
Okay.
Keep like reaching back and scratching at my leg where I have the scratch that I haven't told anybody about at this
That's still there.
Yeah. Yeah, and just
Okay. Where are we all meeting?
In front of Dave's.
In front of Dave's? Okay. Jake is not up yet. We're going to say that Jake is asleep. However, it has crossed your mind that if you're going into the woods, like Jake has stretchers and things like that at the clinic.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go and get that kind of stuff, first aid kit and
Okay.
whatever from Jake. If you want to tag along, there's might be some sick individuals there, Jake.
You know
The
what?
doctor's coming. I'm sure you'll impress him if he came along.
Don't say something like that. That's totally. Okay.
You'll
I'll
probably
go.
find a chance to impress that oppressive Nazi dictator.
Okay. I'll go. But you gotta promise to protect me. If there's something out there, I don't want to die.
Sure.
Sure.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Best RCP officer ever.
Can you give me a
Have
yes?
the first aid kit ready.
Sure.
Anything you need. We'll make sure you're safe, Jake.
Alright, thank you.
Okay. So you're all in front of Dave's. You're gonna have to
In the morning?
jump the river on the boat.
Okay.
Yeah, on a boat. You've got that figured out. I'm not gonna get bogged down in those kind
So
of
I'll
details.
come over to Jake and like pull out like
The only odd thing is, like Jake's got a collapsible stretcher around his backpack and things like that. He's ready to go. Anything out of, I will assume that you're taking general like You're not going to die of exposure out there or anything like that. But any specific things that you would like to bring that would maybe be outside of just your standard survival gear?
My reporter shotgun.
Yeah, you don't have a reporter shotgun. I'm assuming the only ones that are armed then are Declan obviously has a rifle or shotgun, whatever her preference is.
Oh yeah.
You're taking a rifle or shotgun?
I have my rifle
Okay.
and my sidearm.
Yeah, I got rifle and sidearm and knife.
Okay.
And a flashlight.
Expandable
and your
tactical
flashlight.
charm.
As you guys are sort of all getting ready to go, the reporter shows up.
What
Who invited
in the
fucking
hell kind of monkey circus are you running here?
Nothing. Jacob, get into the car. Doc, let's go. Declan.
Should I declare anything?
I'll get in the car and close
Yeah,
the door.
anything you want to. I assume you have just general gear, and you have your a collapsible stretcher of some type to carry someone out
I
on.
also have like some medical supplies, so
Yep.
like some like scalpels and stuff like that.
Yep. Does the doctor pack an appropriate kit from the?
Yes, that he makes the nurse carry, except for he did grab the bottle of remaining Percocets that he's brought with
Sure.
him.
In your pocket?
In his pocket. He's been awake drinking all night. Sometime around 3 a.m, he began pacing furiously, talking to himself in German,
Okay.
and to the point where it woke up his neighbors.
All right.
So he's
Pacing or
looking-
marching?
Wow.
Pacing or march.
Let's not get into semantics.
Let's not get into the semantics of
So by the morning of the party about to leave, the doctor is looking and feeling his best.
Okay. The doctor looks.
heavily medicated.
Your car smells like
This is a
alcohol
shit show.
cross.
All right.
It's usually because it's you in the back.
I know.
So you cross the river
Take a sip from
on
the flask.
basically a
Nice on
skiff, just probably a fishing boat. I'm not talking like something that goes out to sea, obviously, just something that fishermen use up and down the river, but it gets you guys across. There's a trail that leads out to the lodges. A couple things to note. So you're aware of where these lodges are. They're at the far end of Fisherman's Lake. There are 3 cabins and a barn there. When people have been reported missing, the RCMP and the Ministry of Natural Resources actually have sent people out to these cabins before. No one that's been missing has been found out there. And even occasionally there's a flyover looking for campsites and things like that by the ministry, but nothing has come up out of nothing unusual has happened or occurred. As you begin to walk your way out there, those of you who are not wilderness people, maybe yourself, Jake, yes, no? Do you think Jake is a wilderness guy?
No, he's introverted. He's
Yeah.
not being outside.
Doctor, maybe.
Doctor's been around.
Okay, so the two of you are maybe finding it a little more difficult. What they are calling a trail is still pretty rugged. Like, you could not ride an ATV up or down it. You are in the foothills of the mountains, and the trail winds its way. It is anything but a straight line.
Shit.
As you move along the trail, you can't help but think the temperature has gotten significantly cooler since you left town. You're still above 0, but you would not be above 10. The temperature's probably hovering somewhere around 7 degrees, if you had to take a guess. But it feels like you know that if anyone has a thermometer or something that they check before leaving town, it was probably somewhere around just below 10 degrees. But you can't help but think it feels colder than that once you get out here on the trail.
Is everyone shivering?
No one's shivering.
We should be fine.
No one's, well, shivering from cold. No, Declan looks okay.
Okay.
Stop looking at me.
As you move along, though, you can't. All of you sort of the woods are quieter than maybe you expected them to be, or you keep thinking you see movement in the tree line off to your left.
There's no birds or anything, no squirrels.
There is a bird actually. There's an owl that you keep catching a glimpse of.
In the day.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Something feels off.
There's an owl flying around in the day.
I just said something feels off.
And you've seen him more than once.
Creepy owl is following us.
How did journalists get this?
I don't know.
As who's leading the party on the trail?
Definitely me.
Probably me.
Yeah, Declan. So as Declan rounds,
Well, maybe either of us, because you
I
would
would
know
say
where they
yeah.
are.
Declan rounds a clump of trees and a bit of a thicket of thorns and whatnot.
Oh.
Yep.
On the ride there, we didn't get to hear about what the doctor.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Maybe talking while you walk.
Yeah.
Many years ago, I was with Doctors Without Borders. I
love how that made Dave laugh.
Listen, this is difficult, okay?
Okay, go.
I worked on cases of Ebola. The Ebola is a mutation that, when other chemicals are added, would cause further mutation. I have seen teeth grow where teeth should not grow, and what I saw yesterday, I've never seen anything that advanced before. We must be very cautious. There are many factors that could have led to this. Pardon me, it's been a long night.
As the doctor begins to retch on the trail, Declan rounds that clump of trees and thicket and can see a big lump of brown fur ahead on the path. It's lying on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna quietly take my gun. No, I'm gonna, raise my rifle at this point. And, tell you to be quiet and to stop and slow down.
Stop and.
As you raise your
Might as
rifle
well.
and look at it and take a look, you can see there's you're pretty sure it's a bear, but you can see its ribs. It's dead.
Cross, what the hell are we looking at right now? Doctor, get up here.
Nurse, my towel. Take this.
Take it.
What's going on?
What is that down? What is this? What are you showing me?
I think it's a bear, but
Stop right there, you stupid woman. Do I look like a veterinary? I am a doctor!
listen, man, calm your tits, okay? And I will give you some of the flask. Now, Jesus, we think it's a bear. You're the only one that's going to be able to tell us for sure. So we're going to approach it slowly, but we need you with us. Jacob, are you capable of handling Squidward?
Squidward? Yeah. He's entertaining, so I guess I can talk to him.
What's Jake think about a bear ahead?
It's a little disgusted to be honest, because it smells bad.
Yeah, there is a bit of a smell in the air now that you mention it.
But overall, it's just something that he's just totally not used to it, so he's just minding his own business. He's trying to let the doctor handle the situation since he seems
Okay.
much better.
So the three of you begin to approach. Bears are not uncommon in this area. They even wander into town once in a while, and you guys have to deal with them.
Yeah.
This is a big brown. And as you start to get a little closer, you can see that something's gotten at it. Its ribs are showing.
Is it of the same kind of claw marks that Jim would have had?
It's hard to tell at this point. You're going to have to get right up close to it. As Declan starts to look at the corpse a little more, though, and the body of the bear.
top 3 of the completed rows?
Yeah, the top 3 are off limits.
Scheißen.
Gosh, damn.
Oh.
Shit.
So for just a moment, Declan was
Is anybody
like,
else hungry?
I could eat that corpse there right now. I could take a bite off of one of those ribs. And then that passes.
Did she say that out loud?
No.
Bear is good and stew. I'll mutter that under my breath.
What was that, man?
So the doctor gets a little closer. As you said, you're not a veterinarian. But if you'd like to make a poll, you could decipher whether the wounds are caused by something similar to what the body at the clinic, or you can not try to make any association, and you can tell them whatever you'd like.
Doctor wants to go in for a closer look.
Okay. So Doc comes down,
You're a
kneels
better person
down,
than I am, sir.
maybe even lifts the bear's arm to get a look at the wound.
So move this out of the way. Ow, it's hot.
It's like, what is that? There's definitely a wound under the arm that you can see, but
It's come out about a third of an inch.
it's just
Yeah, I know.
Not even.
you can't get a good look at that wound. There's so much fur on this damn thing.
Doc, no! We need your expertise.
If you're gonna pull it, you should be getting up.
We need your war stories.
That's what she said.
I want
know,
to ask
right?
you. I have so much to ask you.
You certainly don't. You can always abandon that hole. You can always abandon that
I
hole.
want to ask you so many stories. What was Hitler like?
Tell us
You
something
can,
stupid.
you can always abandon the pole.
You can't.
Oh yeah.
How badly do you
Yeah.
want
You
this
can abandon it, but
information?
something bad can happen if you abandon, right?
Yeah, it's better than dying, I guess.
Yeah.
This is.
If I abandon it, I gotta put it back though, right?
No, you leave it where
Just
it
leave
is.
it.
It could be structurally more
You
stable.
just leave the tower as is
Could've
if you
fixed
abandon
it.
the pole.
Fuck the bear. What do
Okay.
I know about the bears?
So as you're trying to lift the arm, the corpse kind of you've offset the weight enough that it kind of rolls, and as as the corpse kind of, you guys see the corpse kind of tip as the doctor's there, and one of those ribs comes right down your leg, goes right through your pant leg, and you can feel it bite into your skin as the rib almost works just like a claw going down, and you're in a lot of pain. The doctor falls back, his pant leg ripped open, and he's like, "Ah!"
Nurse! Nurse!
What happened?
You need to sew this up now.
Jesus Christ.
Get bandages for the legs. I need the antiseptic. I need the Percocet and the morphine. And then sew me up. Quickly. Quickly now.
Are you gonna
Okay.
triage his leg then?
Yeah, I'm
Jesus
gonna like
fucking Christ.
bandage
Yeah.
it up and everything.
It's actually a pretty nasty wound, but you know it's not to the point that he's going to die from it or anything. However, the doctor has a hard time walking once the bandages and that are on. It's sore and it's going to bleed a lot.
We'll give him a walking stick from one of the tree
Like
branches
make
or some
like
shit.
a little like splint out of a twig or something like that, and give him some painkillers.
Yeah. And you think at
Absolutely not.
the first chance you get when you're not like, and you can get your hands a good wash,
There's gonna be
it
another
needs to
missing
be
swear word
stitched.
in a second.
You're welcome to stitch it now and try to avoid infection, but you'd have to make a
Will
pull.
not hesitate to leave cop behind.
You will not be leaving me here. You You have to stitch this up!
You can leave it. He can walk on it. He's gonna lose some blood, but you'll need to find somewhere soon to stitch it.
Nurse, I have been drinking all night. My blood is thin. I'm going to bleed out here. Stitch it up!
Oh.
Jacob, what are you doing?
Yeah, we gotta get moving or we gotta
Help the guy out.
figure this out.
Okay.
Do your job.
Jacob, you don't have to do anything people tell you. You do whatever you
You're a
want.
free man, Jacob.
Shut your mouth, you woman!
You're a free man,
Oh,
dude.
look at that! Like a pro, Jacob goes to work.
He's like not even looking.
I'm gonna be really sad if Jacob dies. I like Jacob.
It takes a few minutes,
I'm really,
but you've got some stitches, and he puts some gauze over that, wraps it tight,
He's kind of retarded.
and definitely that's going to prevent the bleeding. And most likely you have averted any kind of infection from Jacob making that pull.
Good job, boy. I am proud of you. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
So you begin to walk again, or are we staying with the corpse? The doctor, you are
Corpse?
not the corpse of the bear.
Oh, right.
You're not sure what caused those wounds. Unfortunately,
There's no bullet wounds or anything on it.
no. Something's gotten at it.
Can I,
It's missing a lot. Like its guts are gone.
An apex predator was a
Take a
prey
picture of bear.
to something, which is
Click crack.
super weird.
Okay.
can I say that I asked the doctor because he knows more about, I asked Declan, like, are there any animals that have ever preyed upon bears, like anything, like
Oh god, yeah, moose. Frickin' moose and bear can get into a fight all the time. Frickin' moose will win. But not anything that would leave something like this.
okay.
By now, there should be some sort of feast that we happen upon.
If Declan wants, you could try to figure out how long she thinks the corpse has been here.
Are there any tracks leaving it?
No, Declan doesn't really care how long the corpse has been here.
Okay, fair enough.
But it definitely, something doesn't feel right around
The
here.
trail looks well used,
I
and
think we
it's
should
literally
keep
lying
moving.
across the trail.
Yeah, we should keep
And is there
moving.
any tracks like going into the off the trail?
You'd have to make a poll to find out.
I don't give a fuck. 1 month.
You got 1 month, and you're done. So, you start making your way to those cabins again. The doctor is certainly slowing you down, even though that his leg is bandaged
I'm
up
not
pretty good.
slowing down.
He is, that leg is sore.
We can't leave the doctor. We need him.
Does anybody want to help?
Can I volunteer the journalist since I'm looking all this gear?
Yeah, help Jacob.
You can
Carry the
try.
doctor.
I'm gonna make you pull for that.
You can shut that up.
Are you going to carry him on this fold-out stretcher, or are we just going to lend a hand? Like, make sure that he's got
So
support?
I don't know. What do you need me for exactly?
Well, I mean, I can't exactly give you any money, but would you be willing to just, keep him on your shoulder?
We'll keep you alive if you help us carry the doctor. How's that?
Already got like
Fine.
85 pounds of gear back here.
Okay.
You agree?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
So the journalist begins to help the doctor,
I put my book away in that
And,
imaginary bag.
Hope he's handsy.
and Jacob gets that bag back
I'm
on.
probably worse.
Are you feeling up my undercarriage?
I think the better question is, am I feeling up yours?
So you get walking again, and again the woods seem a little. You would expect maybe a little more noise. There's maybe not. There's not even. There's a little bit of wind, and you feel like the weather's probably in for a bit of a change shortly.
It's too quiet.
Mm.
The sky is looking a little gray,
It's been quiet since that bear.
and you walk further until finally, as the sun has just begun to drop, and there's a few sputtering bits of rain falling on